I've not said that.
Well, I know you're not saying that, but you are saying that the case law does not indicate that de facto says that there is not enough time because the time frame is not spelled out.
Right, the time frame is not spelled out. That doesn't automatically mean that it's an issue for the trier of fact, because they still have some duty, Your Honor, to show that there was some planning and motivation. That's what you're giving. What you would, if you were to bind over based on what you have here, you'd be taking away their duty. You'd be relieving them of their duty to put that evidence in, and that's what they have at preliminary examination. They have a duty to show that there was some planning. You can't simply say, well, you know what? Since the law says that there's no time frame, then that's enough. They have to actively show that there was a plan of premeditation to murder. It's not simply, well, you know what? And again, if you couple that with People versus Milton, where even the creation of a high risk of death with knowledge of the probable consequences is insufficient, that makes their duty very clear, Your Honor. They can't simply just toss these things out without showing exactly what they need to show, and that is that there must be some premeditation, some plan to do so. They have an active, affirmative duty to show that. They simply can't say, well, what he did was risky, and that's enough. They can't say, well, since there's no time frame, that's enough. They have to show you that there was a premeditation and a plan. And the most likely thing that was going on here was Mr. Jackson was trying to leave the area. The officer got into that area, and in the 6 seconds that it got for him to get out of his vehicle and to walk into that space where the vehicle had the only space where they could get by, and they ended up hitting him.
Premeditation necessary for first-degree murder implied where it involves a police officer?
There's no exception for police officer. There's no police officer exception.
No. But where it becomes first-degree murder, it's implied because there are certain types of acts that constitute first-degree murder. Right? One of those would be the potential killing or the killing of a police officer, where the premeditation is implied.
So you're saying there is an exception for police officers? With acts that
I'm not saying it's an exception. I'm just saying there are certain things that will constitute implicit premeditation from the standard definition.
So you're saying that there is a police officer, something that specifically...
I don't know if you want to call it an exception. I'm saying that there's something unique as to police officers, such as it would be where a murder occurs during a first-degree CSC.
That's a felony murder consideration, Your Honor.
Well,
and I don't.
Well, it can be, it can be that.